What's up, everyone? I'm Blevin Robinson with West Coast Cajun Cuisine, and today's video, jambalaya. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your first time here and you're interested in learning how to cook authentic Cajun cuisine and comfort food, then you've come to the right place. Click the subscription button, click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Now today's recipe, jambalaya. Look, there's probably a million recipes out there for this dish. I keep mine fairly simple, but it's very delicious, packed with flavor. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to that recipe and then we'll get to cooking. All right, for this recipe, I prefer to use 1 pound of skinless, boneless chicken thighs, or you can use breasts, just cut them up into bite-sized cubes. 1 pound of smoked sausage, 1 pound of medium-sized shrimp, 1 yellow onion chopped, 1 green bell pepper chopped, 2 stalks of celery chopped, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 3 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes drained of all its juice, 2 cups of long grain rice, 4 cups of chicken stock, and a half a pound of bacon chopped. Alright, we want to start off by heating up our pot to a medium-high heat, throw in that bacon, let it cook down for about 6-7 minutes just before it starts to get crispy. Then we're going to go ahead and add our smoked sausage. And once we get the smoked sausage in there, we just want to go ahead and toss it around a little bit, cook it down for another 5 minutes or so. And then we want to start spooning out some of this grease, because there's quite a bit in there. And I want to spoon out enough grease and just leave about 2 tablespoons in there, which will be just enough for us to cook down the rest of the ingredients. Plus it's going to add some flavor to this jambalaya. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken. Now once you get the chicken in there, we're just going to give it a quick mix around, make sure it's all well incorporated. And then I'm going to season it. And what I did with the seasoning was I just took everything from the recipe, put it in a little small ramekin, and then poured it into the pot here. Just makes your life easier doing it this way. So once you get the seasoning in there, I'm just going to give it a nice stir, make sure everything's mixed well. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and add the vegetables. Now once the vegetables are added, we're going to go ahead and stir it really well, get it all mixed in well, and cook it down for about 5 minutes. I want the vegetables to soften up, get these onions translucent, and then from there we'll throw in the garlic. Yet again, give it a good mix, good stir. Cook this garlic down for about 2 minutes or so, 2-3 minutes. And that's once we get that garlic cooked down a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add the tomatoes. Now from here, I've drained these tomatoes so there's no juice, but we're going to go ahead and let this cook down probably for another 5 minutes or so. Get the flavors all together. And then from here, we will add the rice. Now I want to go ahead and toast the rice. I mean, there's a little liquid in here from the vegetables and stuff, so we're going to cook this rice and get it nice and mixed in there. Just let it soak up all of that flavor. You know, all of that leftover oils from the sausage and bacon and everything. And then once we cook it down for about 3 minutes or so, we're going to add the shrimp. Now the shrimp, all we're going to do is just give it a nice mix, stirring it, get it all incorporated, and then add that chicken stock. And then once we get the chicken stock in there, give it another good stir, make sure everything's mixed well. I want to bring this up to a low simmer. And once I do that, we're going to go ahead and put the lid on here. And we're going to make sure it's on a low heat and let that cook down for about 25-30 minutes. And then we're going to let it sit for 10 minutes after we turn the fire off. And this is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Just a wonderful, wonderful jambalaya. Well, that's my take on jambalaya, everyone. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. Next week's video, chicken and sausage gumbo. I've been waiting on that one for a little while. I'm finally going to do it. And let me tell you something. I've never once had anything bad said about my chicken and sausage gumbo. I believe you're going to enjoy it. And if you want to catch that video, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. And I'll see you next week.